Team Talk Podcast, episode 7. Myself, Samuel Law. I've got Coach with me.
Yes.
Coach, what you saying, mate?
No, man, we're back again. Another one.
Back again. Obviously, international period. If you're a football fan, I don't know how you feel about international period, but me, I thought the UEFA Nations Cup was gonna, spice it up a little bit. But yeah, same old thing. I just want the league to start again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
especially because United. I swear did we win our last game?
Yeah, Newcastle.
Yeah. So I want. Oh yeah. So obviously the 3-2, guys. Obviously last week we weren't with you, due to some things out of our hand. But there was so much I wanted to discuss. I wanted to discuss the UFC that time. Conor McGregor, Khabib. We weren't able to do that. So sorry. We did take a break with the football show, but that's back with you this week. So let's talk about Hazard comment. Let's get straight into that. Hazard comes out randomly. He's talking to the Belgian press. It's weird as well. You know how when players go on international duty, yeah, they always seem to say some stuff that they don't say when they're with their clubs. Like out of the, because that came out of nowhere. Do you get me? But one of the big myths is that, and I'm guilty of that, yeah, is that Jose destroys players. Yeah, so I knew that in the past he had Salah, Hazard, De Bruyne, etc. And people said he destroyed Hazard. So Hazard's come out now and he said if he can get managed by one manager to go back, was it to go back to, or any?
If one of his, I guess his old managers, he can hook up with again, it would be Jose.
Okay, but thinking about it now, what managers has he had? Conte, Jose, Martinez that he's under now. So it's not really but for the fact that,
Did he have Ancelotti?
Yeah. No, he didn't. No.
How long has he been at Chelsea?
I think when Jose came back, that's when Hazard was there.
I know he was there before Jose came back.
Was he?
But he wasn't winning nothing.
Who got sacked before? Who got sacked before for Jose to come in?
See, Chelsea are just around about. That's why I don't want United to get involved in all this.
Well, it's too late. We're there already. That's us. That's us now.
You've already started to.
But yeah, obviously, so Hazard says he wants to be managed by Jose again, if he could, just hypothetically speaking. How do you feel about that? Knowing that everyone's saying that Jose destroys players, Hazard was one of the guys that Jose destroyed, his confidence was shot, etc.
I mean, this has come out of nowhere. That's number one. And I think most people are probably shocked that Hazard said that. But what Hazard said, he put the onus on himself, basically, of not providing the right performances in the last 6 months of Jose being at Chelsea. So that's big respect for me, because you don't have a lot of star players that are doing that, basically. You don't have a lot of star players doing that. So for me personally, I like what Hazard said. It goes to my point anyway, about a lot of the times, obviously the manager's going to take the brunt of anything that's going wrong. You're killing this player, you're killing that player used to be good, now he's not good because of you, etc., etc. So, and when it comes to Jose, that's his stigma. So for me, I've always said that, like, Jose is a world-class manager and whatnot. He's going to get things right, he's going to get things wrong, just like any other world-class manager. But when people are talking about he destroyed that player was good, and look how he's killed his confidence, Hazard's blatantly come out right now and just said it's not necessarily the manager. It was me, myself. I could have gave better performances than I was before, and I didn't give those performances.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's probably realised is what I was saying before. Before Jose came, Hazard was a good player.
Yeah.
He then became a champion. Now he's gone on to be a great player. Now he's looking for stuff like the Ballon d'Or and stuff like that. So it's Jose is the one that made him into that player he is right now.
Yeah.
He started the wheels, basically.
He's kicked on. I think he respects that.
Yeah, and he respects that now. Yeah. Looking at hindsight.
Of course.
Because he said when you were in it, you're thinking, oh, you know what, time is over now.
Yeah.
But after, when you look back, you're thinking, wow, like, I've experienced other managers now, 1 or 2, and Jose actually is that guy.
So, yeah, having just checked quickly, it was Benitez that Hazard played under, 2012 to 13. He was there for 1 season. Yeah. So Hazard, he won the Europa League, didn't he? Yeah. That brings me on to something else, yeah. So, okay, I'm guilty of saying, and I bang on about it a lot, about like managers not getting the best at their players and players playing for the manager, etc. If you lose the dressing room, etc. All these cliches, yeah. So, shout out Nacy. He was one of the people that stood firm saying those things are a myth. And
well, Lacey said that.
Yeah, so he said, listen, all that stuff about losing the dressing room, players pay for themselves. There's none of this. We're gonna throw our manager under the bus, kind of, and not play for him and stuff like that. Like all that stuff is. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And I was guilty of that. So I think this even shows that for the fact that Hazard says no, I would play with Jose again. It's not what we always see and what the media push out to us. Do you
Big up to you, Lacey. Big up to you. Finally.
Yeah, man. So let's talk about United. Obviously, they were saying that if Jose lost that game against Newcastle, that's what came out. If Jose lost that game, even if he lost that game, I think it was even win or lose. That's what they were saying.
If it was another
win or lose, Jose's gone.
If it was another one of those, whether it's a draw or loss, one of those drab wins. If it wasn't exciting,
you believe it?
Was because
you think
because I think the guy who come out with the story, come out with the Van Gaal story. He also came out with the Moyes story first when it all broke first. So he was standing by his word. Like, listen, my source gave me the other two.
The board denied it.
And the board have to deny
the board
it,
denied
especially after that victory and the way it happened. It's like now you're gonna sack the guy.
Okay, yeah. So what does that do now? I know I would have liked to spoke about this last week, but we're here now, innit? So what does that do? That especially the way we came back. So that's why Nancy messaged me as well, saying, okay, so has he lost the dressing room now? Because the way we came back.
But that's my whole point in terms of I think the managers get too much credit for when they win and they get too much credit for when they lose. That's all it is. Because now the headlines was, I saw a few papers saying Pogba has saved Mourinho. So if Pogba saved Mourinho, what was he doing before? Was he putting him in the grave? So if he brought Mourinho back from the dead against Newcastle, but Mourinho was already on his way to the grave. So did Pogba put him there as well with his performances? That's why you can't have it both sides.
You can't have both sides.
You can't say, we can't free. Yeah, you got to keep the same energy the whole way. So that's why when Lacey's saying what he's saying, he's correct. And what he's saying is it's just too much blame on the manager. But you have to understand, being the Man United manager, you have to take that on the chin. That's what the club is about at the end of the day. You know what you signed up for and stuff like that, but he's got to take that on the chin. It's just, I think it's been excessive. I think it's been excessive.
He's calling that manhunt, yeah? And that's what I think Rio was saying. You taking that job, you know what comes with it. So no one, especially because you come out and talk as well. You're this, you're that, you're the special one. You're always putting in people's face how much you've won.
But I think when you're saying that, I think it also comes down to, did he know he's going to be battling his own CEO as well? You don't go into the job thinking that. You're thinking your CEO, the guy that's helping you get transfers, is on your side. So if any player's acting up and they're not representing the club well, you're going to back him. But that's not what's happened. Basically, he's backed. He's just been in the middle, Woodward. He's not saying nothing.
You know what? 2-0 at half time here. I'm shout out Tabs. I was watching a match with Tabs.
You text me.
I said, bro. I text you. Yeah. I said it's a wrap. I said it's over. Like it's just done. The players don't. Whatever Jose told him at half time, I don't know. I just don't know. But they came out a different team, and Pogba was just that second half, world class. He dropped deep, playing like basically in defence. Jose came out and said he wasn't in defence, but he looked like defence to me. But United just turned it up. So in terms of the way we came back, that surely gives Jose a lifeline, innit? In terms of
it gives him a lifeline in terms of the next couple of weeks, because it was internationals. But you get a spanking against Chelsea, then that's for me, that's Woodward's dream right now. Get the spanking, get the fans back angry and everything, so then it gives him a better platform to now say, oh listen, we've got to release you. You can't release him after that. That victory and the way it was, you cannot release the guy after that. At the end of it. And I think more and more United fans are starting to realise what's going on. They're starting to realise it's more of a board problem than the manager, because there's a lot of things that people are pointing out now, which I did before. 3 managers in 6 years. We can't keep blaming Moyes and Van Gaal and Mourinho. What is going on about the guys? Appointing these guys. Are you saying Mourinho's not good enough? Are you saying these are 2 experienced, been around Europe, winning top honours, but they're not good enough for Man United right now? Why is that?
Yeah. Well, so we'll see. Obviously, this weekend they're playing. Who they playing? I can't even remember now.
Chelsea.
Oh God, is it Chelsea?
Yeah, Chelsea next week.
Oh man. Well, anyway, we'll definitely cover that. Oh yeah, that's a Sunday game as well, I think.
Sunday, Saturday 20th. When is that? I think it's a Saturday.
Oh, it's Saturday. Okay, I would like to be straight before this podcast, but yeah. Jadon Sancho, episode 4, I think it was episode 5. We were here, me, you, Bigley, and we had a discussion about you felt guys like Jadon Sancho should get recognised for what they're doing and have an equal chance, if you like, as Callum Wilson and these players that are doing well as well. He disagreed. He said, you know what, it's too early, don't rush them, which some people might agree, like, why do we push our players and rush them straight into the first team, let them develop, etc. But you thought, you know what, I think these lot can do it. If you're gonna play these kind of friendly games, you can play them, because that's what UEFA Nations Cup is really. That's
what I said. Yeah. That's what I said. It's not, they can put whatever title they want to put on there, but when the boys go out there to play, we all know what it is. You're not trying to get injured. You got club football next week. You're just trying to take it easy, get your reps in. If you're a new player, you're trying to impress the manager. But yeah. So
Jadon Sancho was included. Mason Mount, Derby player, they were included. Huh?
I don't know why he's in there.
Oh, you don't rate Mount?
It's not that I don't rate Mount, but it's just out of all the players, you can't. For me, I don't know. Maybe because of the type of player he is, and obviously, like Southgate has already told people like Deeney and stuff, you're not going to get the call up under my reign because we're trying to play a different style of football, whatnot. So I get why Southgate's called up Mount, but Mount's playing Championship football. So for me, it's not conducive to England calling up. You're playing that level of football at the end of the day.
Back to Jadon. Rio says, because I think he's a family friend of Jadon, so they know each other.
I think they go from South, isn't it?
Yeah, and he said Jadon is the best. How did he say it? I think the best young player in the country. What, have you seen too much of him?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of him.
I saw his assist. I went to watch a compilation of all his assists.
I've seen a lot of him. I don't know if he's better than Callum Hudson-Odoi. I'm not sure. I think Callum's got a bit more than him, but I think I wouldn't be surprised if someone took Callum, and I wouldn't be surprised if someone took Jadon Sancho. They're just that good. Yeah, basically them two. But them two are the cream of the crop in terms of the young players that I've seen. But in terms of Sancho, definitely he's one of those flair players. He's a street footballer, which is rare nowadays. Not a lot of street footballers around.
They seem to coach that out of you.
He's not even able to coach that out of you. Society now. Kids are not on the streets no more because parents are scared.
No, even from back in the day, like Joe Cole, those kind of players were street ballers, kind of.
Yes, Joe Cole was still doing his thing at West Ham and all. But I think when he came to Chelsea and he came to Jose, once again, do you want to be just a flair player or do you want to be a champion? He ended up winning a lot of trophies, Joe Cole.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying and stuff? I don't think they utilise him enough in England. Yeah. I think that was the problem. Yeah. At the time, English managers picking their favourites instead of picking. So I think right now, definitely with Jadon Sancho, he's one of them flair type players.
Where do you see Jadon in the next 3 years? Does he stay at Dortmund?
He's got to
stay at Dortmund.
He's got to. He doesn't need to move anyway. If he moves, it would be the silliest move you could ever do. Just stay at Dortmund.
How old is he? 18.
Yeah, it's a good level of. It's the Bundesliga. Yeah. You're playing Marco Reus, Götze, and them guys there. You're playing with top quality players, and you're playing first team football, and you're the number 7, and they're rating you over there. Like in Europe, they don't really rate these English players. No. They don't understand the hype because they've got tons of them in their system. Yeah. But with him, he's gone over there. He's been humble. He wants to learn, etc., etc. So for him, the sky's the limit for him.
Where do you see Hudson-Odoi? What's the situation now? He's at Chelsea.
I think Hudson-Odoi's got. I don't know what's happened there, but I think he's got.
Because he started, he was in the pre-season, and he was doing well. He was in the community shield.
I don't think he's going to play for Chelsea's first team again. Whoa. Unless he signs a new long-term deal. I think that's what's going on. Because he signed a short-term deal. Don't forget, he signed a 3-year deal. Normally at that age, they normally sign 4 or 5-year deals. Yeah. So now if he plays more in the first team, he's going to demand more. And as his contract's winding down, you're going to have other clubs that are coming in for him that will get him on the cheap. So right now, I think Chelsea's not trying to advertise him too much and keep him there until he signs that long-term deal. That's what I think.
But when's the contract end?
Well, I think he's got 2 years left because last season he signed a 3-year deal, so 1 year's gone already, I believe, coming up.
Well, that's a bit of a dilemma, isn't it?
Yeah, so there's 2 years. So now he's probably got a decision to make. But everyone in that age group is now looking at Jadon Sancho and thinking, okay.
Hudson-Odoi can easily be in that Dortmund team doing that. I could see Hudson-Odoi doing that.
Easily, but
that's the first time I've seen it. I'd seen him in the Youth Cup last season or season before that, and
Youth Cup's too easy for him.
he bossed it
Yeah.
against Arsenal.
Yeah.
He just I had to call my boys like, who is this youth?
Yeah,
Like, this youth is special.
Yeah.
Even the Chelsea guys, Chelsea fans are
Yeah,
they don't watch their team.
Yeah,
so they didn't even know who they was. Like, I'm like, who's this youth? Give me a background. They didn't even know
They
who
don't
he
watch
was.
their youth teams.
You
They're
got
not
what I'm
coming
saying?
through, so they don't watch them.
And he was a special. So I could easily see him doing what Sancho's doing in that.
Yeah, and you saw what he done to Bellerin in the preseason game. Like he just tore Bellerin another one. So for me, it's them two, but we'll see what Callum does in the future. But as for Jadon Sancho, I think he's deserved it. He's got the call up. I said that these games were for the Jadon Sanchos. He's deserved it. Out of all the young bunch, he's deserved it because he's playing first team football. Whether it's 20 minutes, whether it's 30 minutes off the bench, like Big Lee was saying before, he's not really starting. He's playing for Dortmund. I don't think people understand how
Seriously.
big Dortmund. Take Bayern out of the Bundesliga.
Yeah,
it's Dortmund.
Yeah.
Like playing for Dortmund is no joke. Dortmund can come and beat one of these top 2-3 teams in England.
100%. Yeah. 100%.
So we can't look down at them and think, he's only getting 30 minutes at Dortmund. And the thing about it, he's got Dembele's shirt number, so he's not like he's number 48, where he's a proper squad player. He's got number 7.
They're rating him.
And they knew what they were doing when they got him from City. The problem is that City didn't know what they were doing.
How do City feel?
But this is what it is.
But I'm sure they got like a buyback clause or something.
There's no buyback clause.
Well, they're buying back, man.
I don't think he's going back there. I think his mentality is to kick on, going from South London to Watford to Man City. He can tell that his mentality is just, I need to kick on, and if you're not going to help me, I need to go to the next. I don't mind moving country. It's easy for me.
He's recommended a lot of other people to take the move.
Why
move
not?
as well.
If you believe in yourself,
yeah.
Why not?
Do you reckon there's other Jadons out there in terms of like the English talent? I'm not saying right now the pool is wide and there's a lot of talent, but you're a coach yourself. What age do you coach?
The younger ones, really. Like
so under
7s,
oh,
like
7s.
11s.
Okay, so in terms of that's like the first stages, yeah. What are you guys trying to incorporate with the kids now? Is it
Well,
the
it
same
depends.
model?
It depends because I'm at the grassroots level. So the way I run my teams is to play from the back. So we're not doing the goalkeeper gets the ball in his hands and he kicks it, and then we're trying to win the game like that and get a deflection or a bounce or this or a mistake. We try and play from the back. That's just what it is. And I can see even going up to Southgate and all that, they're trying to do that as well.
Yeah.
They're trying to change. Whether they're just following another country,
they are,
or they're implementing stuff themselves, but they are trying to start from the back. Like even in grassroots, I think up to under 11, when there's a goal kick, the other team, the defending team, has to retreat to the halfway line to allow the attacking team to build from the back.
Wait, say that again.
So basically, if it's a goal kick for your team,
Yeah.
my team has to retreat to the halfway line to allow your team to encourage them to play from the back. So you see, before when we was growing up,
Press
there wasn't
from front.
everyone was at the front, and then the goalkeeper doesn't know whether to roll it to.
Hoof
So
it.
what he just hoofs it. So now when it's a goal kick, the other defending team has to go to the halfway line.
Halfway line.
Yeah, halfway line, regroup there, and then it allows the attacking team from the goalkeeper to play out from the back because you've got two passes. You've got the right and left back here or whatever it is, and then
What do you think of that?
it's good because it encourages you to play. You have no choice now.
Yeah.
If you've got the other team waiting in
You're
their
gonna
half,
boot it to them.
you're not going to boot it to them. You're going to have to roll it to your team and try.
Never
and play
heard of
from the
that.
back.
Actually, yeah.
So that's.
Well, it might. I
It's
don't know.
worked. It's worked.
Yeah, there's a work.
I'll tell you,
okay.
It's worked. A lot of teams that would normally traditionally do the big hoof from the goalkeeper and stuff, they're actually trying to play from the back as well. Because you look silly when you don't try and play from the back. So that's what they're trying to encourage.
So are they trying to like make the players more technical? Because from what I believe before, it was like just pace, power, energy. Get out and about.
I mean, they are trying to make the players much more technical right now, but I think the problem is as well, they're trying to make them too technical, whereas they think they're trying to teach these boys that everything needs to be technical, but they don't understand the other attributes that comes with being a top level footballer as well. That's what just like the bite, the intensity, do you want it more? It's all you being technical, but when someone wants the ball more than you and he gets it.
No, but that's what England coaches in England have already incorporated from early. That whole energy and just being hard.
No, but when they were trying to do it, It was just more of a who's the biggest, who's the strongest. You don't have to be the biggest and strongest. You just have to be tenacious.
Yeah.
You got to have it up here mentally.
Yeah.
Basically, it's more than a. So this whole technical thing is good, but it has to be added in with other things that makes you that top level baller. Like for instance, Jadon Sancho, very technical player, but he's brave. He's mentally strong, so he will take on a man anyway. He will try skill anywhere. And he's just not going to allow you to take the ball off him. He's going past you with intensity. So he's got that in his game that makes him a top footballer.
Bournemouth forgot a player. What's his name? Brooks?
I've heard about Brooks. I haven't seen too much of him.
He's decent. What do you think about Maddison, Leicester?
Maddison's good. I mean, he came from, was it Norwich?
Yeah.
He came from Norwich. I've seen bits and pieces. I saw him when he played against United. Whatnot. He looked decent. Yeah. He looked decent. Whether he's gonna make the grade, I look at him and Mount as two similar players. So I don't know if he's gonna make the grade. Like from what I've seen, I like Mount's mentality, because I used to watch Mount when he used to play with Callum in the youth teams before he went to is it Vitesse Arnhem?
Vitesse, yeah.
Yeah, Vitesse, and then he's come back to Derby and whatnot. So I've seen more of Mount. So I would lean towards Mount more than Maddison, but I just need to watch more. But Maddison is playing in the Premiership. That's the thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like first team as well, so it's good for him.
You know when you said about the call up with Mount, you know, I actually think that's a good thing, because he's actually gone down a level and he's doing well and he's getting recognised for it, Other players like Hudson-Odoi, he can go to the Championship and play first team football week in, week out at another club. But they'd rather go to these big clubs and be on the bench or be playing youth. Do you get what I'm saying?
But it's all about, I do get that.
And then you can go Championship, lock it off, and then
you want to play men's football. That's for sure. As
look at Dele Alli. That toughen him up.
You want to play men's football as early as possible, if you can, if you've got the talent and the mentality. But I just think certain players are just different. I just don't. I've seen Mount and I've seen Derby a few times, and it's just, for all the talent that England have, I wouldn't be picking him. But the UEFA Nations League, or whatever it's called, that's the time to pick him.
Yeah,
that's the perfect time to pick him. Just let him go and play. No pressure. Go and play. Show me what you can do. Show me how you're going to be against these seasoned professionals behind the scenes. Are you going to be a problem? Can you fit in with the group, etc., etc.? So these are the things that Southgate's looking at.
Yeah, I like what Southgate's doing, man.
You can tell.
The national team are in good hands. Yeah. Who's got the best youth team in the league right now? If you have to look around the country, who's got the best youth system? Is it City?
No one's beating Chelsea, but Chelsea got the best youth system.
Chelsea, innit?
Chelsea got the best. It's just that
they're just not pushing on though.
But the thing about Chelsea, what they tell their young players quite from early, and even some people like Jody Morrison that say it on TV, they told them quite early, when you're not here to be in Chelsea's first team, we're here to give you a career first. So that's what it is. So they will buy all the best talent right now. They'll win all the youth cups, but that don't necessarily mean you're going to the Chelsea first team. But guess what? You could be sold to a Championship team, another Premiership team, and you'll have a long career. So a lot of people say, "Oh, Chelsea, you've got all the youth teams, you win all these cups, but where are your youth teams?" That's not what they're promoting. That's not what Roman Abramovich promoting. He running a business. So for him, Chelsea got 40 players on loan or something like that.
Ridiculous.
And I'm hearing that something like they get like $1 million each for those players that they loan and stuff. Because those players can go into first teams.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So if you're getting $1 million each from 40 players loaned, how much is that? That's business.
It's a business.
It's a business. And guess what? If 2 of those players get sold for 15 million each someday.
That's what's happened. De Bruyne got, it's happened.
Business.
But it's business, but as a Chelsea fan, how would you feel? You want to see, there's nothing better than seeing your own.
But Chelsea fans are deluded. That's the problem, because when they're talking about seeing their own, all you're seeing is John Terry. That's it. You ain't seen.
No, but they want that. I'm saying the ones that want to actually.
They want to until they start losing. Then they want the chairman to put 60 million to go and buy this player. Chelsea's always been a money club. It's always been a money club. That's why probably Abramovich went there. It's a money area. It's always been a money club. There's no time to wait for, for me, someone like Callum Hudson-Odoi can go straight into that team and fit in nicely. Those are the type of players that they're looking for in terms of coming to the first. Mason Mount, not ready. A few of those youth team players are just not ready.
That's the demand that we put on. That's the demand of today now anyway. So football is just like win.
Yeah, I need to get.
I can't wait for top 6 teams to do that.
I can't wait for Mason Mount to get ready in 4 years. I need to go into the Champions League this year to get my money. I need to go in the Champions League immediately. So if Mason Mount's not ready to get me into the Champions League, I'm going to go and buy a 60 million player that's going to get me that money back. But you see, that's the dilemma.
You can't argue that.
Yeah, that's the dilemma. It's business right now. It's business. Like if the Champions League made a rule where it's going to be a proper Champions League in terms of just the champions go into that thing, then it would probably give coaches more time to kind of develop the young players, because they know that, listen, we've got 20 teams in this league, only one can go through. Really? Yeah. What's the odds of my team going through all the time? But when you say top 4 go to the Champions League, now it's like, listen, we just need to get the top 4. Yeah. Even got some Man United fans, even you were one of them, talking about, you don't look like we're going to get in the top 4. You're even talking top 4 talk.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah. I obviously, that's because of over the years, that's what's become, innit?
It's Arsenal's mentality. They just feeding us all.
Nah, you know what? We say it's Arsenal mentality, but because there's actually 6 clubs now that can generally go to the Champions League, you have to look at it that way now. Top 4 to get it to be included in that top 4 out of the 2.
But what I'm saying is that right now, as Man United, even if we go top 4, do you believe that we're going to win the Champions League?
No.
So who's it benefiting?
The board, yeah.
It's benefiting the board. It's just money. We're not getting that money.
Yeah. No, but I'd rather be watching my team against the best.
Yes.
Than be on a Thursday night going to.
It's banter. That's what it is for the fans.
Yeah.
It's banter for the fans. That's what it is.
Okay. Oh yeah, man. What other football is there to cover? Is there any football stuff? Because you watch the UFC, innit?
Yeah,
you don't watch UFC, but fan, you're a casual fan.
Yeah, but I heard about the commotion and this and that, and I've never liked Conor McGregor anyway. I'm not one of those. Like I think Khabib is one of those guys where he takes it real. It's real. It's not promotion. I don't take it as promotion. When you disrespect me, I'm going to disrespect you back. But I'm going to beat you first in the ring. But I'm not gonna. After that, it's gonna be back to the streets. Yeah, I'll climb over this cage and let you know what I'm really about. Yeah, but them UFC fights, some of them are just mental.
Conor told him after round 3 it was just business. Yeah, that's the way he was up his fights. There was obviously animosity between the two, but I think when Khabib started putting it on him in there, and Conor's realizing, okay, this is a fight. Like we need to. Do you get me? He's telling him it's just business, and he's trying to touch gloves with him. Khabib's letting him know, listen, you've disrespected my family, my religion, my people. What religion back home. Is he? He's Muslim.
Oh yeah, you don't want to be doing that.
Conor was like, assalamu alaikum and all that.
Oh yeah, bruv. You can't. You see that? You see all that? You see all that? You don't have that, man. You don't have that. When Muslims are deep into what they're not having that. That's above all the wrestling. Yeah. This ain't Mayweather.
Nah.
This is what I'm saying. That's what Conor thinks this is now.
But with Mayweather though, is that why you don't like him? Because a lot of people don't like Conor because people hated Mayweather so much, and for the fact that they put Conor on this pedestal, it's like, hold on, why are you putting Conor on this pedestal? And he's even saying more disrespectful stuff. Floyd, it was more of his demeanor, the way he used to carry himself. Like with Conor, it's actually things that he's saying as well as the other stuff.
I think Conor's just the male version of Ronda Rousey. They just talk. They just. Like when you're talking about UFC fighting, I'm not a big UFC fan, but when people are talking about the out and out best and stuff like that, to me, no one talks about Conor. They talk about other people's. They don't talk about him as an out and out best UFC fighter. Yeah. They don't talk about him pound for pound, but you got the loudest mouth, you got the Irish following, you bring in the pay-per-views, right? No problem. But where's your productivity? That's what I want to see.
Supposedly after the fight, he was screaming and shouting, saying he wants the rematch, run it back straight.
Well, why not? Why wouldn't you want the rematch? He's made good money out of that. You probably make more money the next time because of all the hype and all that sort of stuff. Why not? It makes sense for him.
That was total domination. I don't see it going any other way.
The problem is with Conor McGregor, he got the Mayweather purse. Once you get the Mayweather purse, it clouds your whole thinking about everything else.
You just want that piece.
You just want that money. That's it. You just want to get to close. Obviously, UFC are never going to give him as close to that money. But it's clouded his. He's not all about promotion and getting money. He's trying to do the Mayweather thing. The difference is Mayweather will school you outside the ring, and then he will school you again inside.
But then Mayweather, even after the fight, he has respect. Like he has that sort of respect for his fighters. That he will say, yeah, you're one hell of a fighter, etc. And I know Conor was trying to do all that after, because even when he loses, he usually loses gracefully anyway. But the stuff that he was saying, Khabib wasn't going for that.
Yeah, he wasn't going for that. You can't do all that sort of stuff. You cannot do all. Mayweather let him get away with in certain comments that he was even saying.
Oh yeah.
During the certain people borderline racism, whatever. But he let him get away because he knew that. Listen, this guy's about to make 100 mil.
But Khabib, where he's from,
you don't have
you
it. You can't do that. You cannot do that.
All you have is your family name, boy. If you let a man disrespect that, that's
and then his people probably told him, listen, just go handle this boy in the ring.
Do you reckon they planned that at the end?
What?
People said that when he came out the ring, guys are always looking to jump in.
Oh yeah, of course. Because don't forget, they've had to restrain themselves through this whole thing. They're not allowed to act how they want to naturally act, which is you disrespect me, I want to punch you in the face. So now they got to act professional. Beat him in the ring. Once that bell's gone and he taps out, it's now back to the streets. That's what's happening. That's why you see people flying in.
No, but
he's
Conor,
flying out.
obviously that's what I thought first, but then I saw Conor actually punch Khabib's trainer.
Yeah.
So when Khabib jumped out, Khabib's trainer jumped on the cage to try and go outside, either to back the beef or to restrain him. Conor just jabbed him,
Why not?
And then when he jabbed him,
that's when people
the
started.
guys came in.
And the Russians started flying in there. Yeah, of course. That's when it's just that street level now.
But Dana, he's the biggest winner of all this because the promotion of UFC is gone to the roof. Like everyone talks about UFC, spoke about that incident. Yeah, it was on the news. Everyone spoke about that. Did you get me?
No, Dana wins in that's for sure. And he will hook up the rematch if Khabib wants it. Khabib
will definitely want it. It's
easy
money.
Why would he definitely
easy money.
I don't know. People, the way Khabib moves to me, it's like you said, when he takes the religion stuff seriously and all that stuff. I don't think he's just one of those guys that are just it's promotion wise. Let's just go and do it.
They've held his purse, and also they've
held his purse.
Yeah,
he ain't been paid.
Nah.
Why?
Because of the incident.
What do you mean? What incident?
The incident after the fight.
But he won the fight.
Yeah, but they held it. They held both of theirs. Then they gave Conor his, but they haven't given Khabib his.
That just shows.
But then what I think it's the state of Nevada that refused to give it. So I think maybe Dana's giving him the piece, and just probably waiting for Nevada to give him to reimburse him. Because Khabib definitely, and even one of the guys that jumped to the ring that punched Conor as a fighter. So they said Dana said that guy will never fight in UFC again. Khabib said, if you ban him, then I'll retire. I'm not fighting UFC no more.
See, that's my whole point.
That's loyalty right there. Yeah. But now that's he's got the leverage because if they want this fight, then your boy has to be back in
and then
UFC.
no one's gonna be talking about Conor in high regard if you can't beat Khabib.
Yeah, no matter what Conor does from here,
doesn't matter.
If Khabib retires or goes away, it will never be the same.
Doesn't matter.
It will never be the same
at all.
You didn't watch Terence. You didn't watch the boxing, did you?
No, I didn't watch it.
Oh man, I watched it this morning. Terence Crawford beat Jose Benavidez, both undefeated guys. At the weigh-in, he swung for him. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I saw that.
He swung for him. That's unlike him. He doesn't usually move like that, but got heated. And then I watched the fight. First 6 rounds, it was actually a good fight. It was competitive.
It decision?
No, TKO, 12th round.
Okay. Oh, 12th round. Okay.
And it was in Crawford's hometown.
Okay.
Yeah, second half of the fight, Crawford started schooling him. Then he messed him up just before the end of the bell. So yeah, Errol Spence is what I think everyone wants to see now. Terence Crawford, Errol Spence.
I don't know if Crawford wants that.
What do you mean?
I don't.
Do you rate Crawford?
I don't know. I rate Crawford, but like I said, Uncle Errol is a different. It's a different.
Why call it Uncle Errol?
Yeah, it's a different. He looks like the guy to me. From what I'm seeing fight wise, I don't think guys just want Errol Spence like that. But if anyone will have him, then obviously Crawford is a good opponent. But is Crawford even the same weight class?
No, you have to wait.
And Spence is a big welterweight though.
Yeah. No, but they can fight a catch weight or something. They have to make it happen, man.
But what's going to be the catch weight though? You got to come up to 147. You can't. What's he going to dilute himself down to 144 or something like that? Because he's 135, isn't he?
Who's that?
Crawford.
Yeah.
So he should be fighting Mikey Garcia and all that.
I just think in terms of skill level, those two are the top two. They have to find a way to make it happen.
Well, then but also you have Bob Arum, so that's another problem.
Yeah.
Right there. You got Bob Arum, who ended up eventually doing the Pacquiao fight with Mayweather. Eventually, but look how long that took. Crawford's his biggest fighter because he's lost Pacquiao now. So Crawford's his biggest fighter, so we'll see what happens.
You know what, Errol? Yeah. So last time he fought was in June. He hasn't got any fight lined up.
He hasn't.
He's not active. Because what I don't want for Errol Spence is for him to go that Andre Ward route. Andre Ward was a fighter that everyone, the boxing purists, identified as probably a pound for pound, but he just didn't have that spark. Like there was no. What was his stamp fight? What was the most notable fight for Andre Ward? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like there was no trilogy. There was no.
But I think Andre Ward, he's playing it smart right now. He will come back. I'll be surprised if he doesn't come back.
For who? There's no one there.
But
he's a victim of his era.
Yeah, I think I'll be surprised if he doesn't come back somehow and fight a bigger guy. I think he'll end up fighting a big guy, and he's got the skills for it as well.
But look, like on Errol Spencer's record, his most notable fighter there is Kell Brook.
Yeah,
probably.
Which is a big one, though.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Like, that's a
because
big
he was
one.
undefeated as well.
That's the one Khan's running away from.
Yeah, man. I think they should make it happen. Him versus Crawford.
Yeah. I mean, but I think it's just the promotional teams that's in the way. And the thing about it is that Crawford, I don't know why he's with Bob Arum. That's number one. I don't know why any fighter would go with Bob Arum anyway.
But everything is done.
Yeah, I just don't. You can even see right now Pacquiao has left Bob Arum. So how much money has he been stealing away from Pacquiao? So that tells you. And now Pacquiao's possibly going to sign with Al Heyman.
Yeah.
On a 2-fight deal, or whatever it is. Look at how the roles have reversed right now, and all that sort of stuff. So I'm not sure, but with what's his name, Errol Spence, he's got many opponents in that welterweight division is just
it's the best weight for me.
Crawford, if you don't come up to my weight, you can fight whoever who's that light what's he lightweight?
Who?
What's his name? Crawford's lightweight.
Yeah.
With Mikey Garcia, they're all lightweights. Yeah. So who's at your level?
Yeah.
There's loads of fights here. He can fight Brook again. He's got Danny Garcia. He's got who else? Porter. He's got Amir Khan.
Who's this? Errol.
Yeah. But what I'm saying, all these people are in the same weight class.
I thought he was supposed to fight Furman.
Who was?
Errol Spence.
Yeah, but that's when Furman started faking injuries. He wants no parts of Uncle Errol.
And
Furman was talking a lot of talk before Spence got on the scene. As soon as Spence got on the scene and he saw what he did to Kell Brook, he thought, nah, I got a hand injury, I got this injury, I got that injury, take my belt, all that sort of stuff. Where's Furman? All that talk Furman was coming up with.
Wait, welterweight title, mate?
What?
The fight yesterday was welterweight. Crawford.
WBO
welterweight title.
I thought he was lightweight.
Bro, I'll make the fight happen,
welterweight, yeah. So he's just come up to welterweight. So
yeah,
it'll probably happen. It'll probably not happen because he's warming himself up with these last two fights.
Yeah.
With the welterweight title. Even though
Crawford is ducking, and I'll go for Errol as well. But Crawford is a special guy as well, man.
No, Crawford is a very good fight. It's going
to be a very good fight if those two fight.
Yeah, but you know what it is? I think they've even realised them two how big that fight can become.
Yeah.
So I don't think it will happen anytime
This
soon.
is why UFC's taking over, but not taking over.
Taking over.
No. Let me stop myself.
People are paying Conor $2 million. Who's taking over what? Who's taking? They ain't got the money in the account.
Let me stop myself. No, but wait. You're looking at UFC as the sport. UFC is a promotion. MMA is the sport.
Okay.
So I'm talking about UFC. That's how big they are, because you're looking at the actual sport. You're calling it UFC. The actual sport is MMA, bro. Okay. UFC is a company. But what I'm saying is, this is why people like UFC and MMA, because no one really ducks like that. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, because
boxing,
Dana's got one hand on one fight and the other fight and other hand on the other
that's
fight.
Then them raggle. Make them fight.
Yeah, but you're saying that
when you've got 100 belts here in boxing, 100 different promotional companies. This is what happens.
Listen, boxing's always going to be bigger than
No, of course it will.
And it's going to be a reason for it.
MMA is still young, really.
Yeah, it's young. We'll see what happens. But
have you been seeing the circus? Tyson Fury and Wilder.
Yeah, I've seen that acting show. I've seen that show.
What's going on?
I mean, I saw Fury after his fight, and then Wilder was in the ring. They were acting like best buddies, and we're gonna make this happen. As soon as the fight got stamped, all of a sudden Fury wants to come out with this. All I can't deal with all that. Just make it natural.
Yeah. For me, I just want to see the fight. I actually haven't even watched it.
I haven't either. You know what Fury's gone. You know what Fury is going to be about.
Yeah.
He's going to wind guys up. Wilder's going to do the whole big mouth American thing. Yeah, I'll knock you out. All that sort of stuff. And come on, I'm the bronze bump. No, like I can't. What it is in this country, we don't fall for all that fake sort of. Do you know what I mean?
It's a lot of. It's very glamorous over there in America.
It's too fake for me.
Wilder's my guy though. Who
Wilder's your guy.
Yeah, I like Wilder. Wilder's my guy. And I heard
he's ducking AJ. Yeah.
What?
You see, but come on, man. You ain't seen all this evidence that people don't want to talk to Eddie Hearn now.
That what?
They don't want to talk to Eddie Hearn. Not even discuss splits or anything.
Because they've been going through it for how long now?
Who's been going through it? They ain't been going through it.
Look how quick Tyson Fury Wilder was made.
But the reason why that fight is made so quick is because who does that fight really benefit? it benefits both of them. Wilder now, okay, I'm ducking AJ, and I'm going to build up my profile in Great Britain, so I'm going to fight Fury. Who can I really fight? That's going to make me a lot of money.
Nah, do you really believe what you're saying?
Wilder.
Why wouldn't Wilder?
And then guess what? Frank Warren and Shelley Finkel, they're friends. Well, Frank Warren was the one that was going to put up the 50 million to fight AJ. How are you going to put up 50 million to fight AJ when AJ don't fight on BT Sports? How is that going to work?
But that's what I'm trying to say. Why wouldn't you think Wilder wants AJ?
No. I think he wants him. But what I'm saying is that the way the narratives come around is like AJ's ducking him. Well, AJ, you're fighting this player. Then you got to fight this. I got to fight these men because I got 3 belts. Well, this guy's only got 1.
No. So from what I heard, with the winner of this fight, Fury Wilder, AJ's they get the winner.
But that's the whole point. AJ's even come out and said, even if Wilder loses, I want Wilder. It doesn't. The whole Fury thing, great, wonderful, but he wants Wilder. This is what I'm trying to say. He said he don't mind if he loses.
Let's do hypothetically speaking. Yeah. So you've got 3 of those guys, triple threat. Yeah. Wilder, Fury. Who wins that? No. If you had to choose,
if I had to choose, I'll go for Wilder, man. But it's just, but once again, before I say Wilder, it's just Fury could just do some, not win, but just do some boring, stupid, whatever it is. But the thing about Wilder won't be doing the whole Klitschko thing and bouncing around. He will go after you.
Of course.
So that's the good thing about Wilder. He'll come hunting. He'll come for you.
Fury. AJ, who is it?
It's not a contest there. I don't even know why that's a question.
AJ.
Straight away. Too intelligent for him.
Who's too intelligent? AJ.
AJ's too intelligent for thing, and he's got the power. Fury can't knock no one.
Okay. Fair enough.
And then AJ and Wilder, that's a toss-up fight. Yeah. It's 50-50. Both of them.
Oh, you're saying 50-50 as well, yeah? I think 50-50.
Yeah, I think it's 50-50. Like, listen, if one of them catch each other, we can see that Wilder's chin ain't the greatest. And we can see Joshua's chin ain't the greatest.
Yeah.
So if one of them gets caught by the first one.
It's who lands first.
Yeah, who lands first.
Yeah, that's what I want to see, man.
Yeah,
that's what I want to see. So and I think they can easily, this is why I think they're wasting time, because they're wasting years, man. This they can do a trilogy.
But you know what obviously Eddie Hearn said, which I believe on his part. He said before they put in the contract as a 1-fight deal. So basically, if AJ loses, he gets a rematch. That's the 1-fight deal. But if Wilder loses, he don't get a rematch. Now they've gone back and put a 2-fight deal there. So if AJ loses, he gets a rematch. If Wilder loses, he also gets a rematch. So now, what's the excuses for them not signing?
But why did they do that before?
No, because obviously when you're the A side, it's like Mayweather Pacquiao.
Yeah.
When you're the A side, you get the automatic. You get automatic.
Okay,
rematch.
so it's a goal.
That's why he said if Fury wins, it could throw things up in the air because Wilder's probably going to demand a rematch to get that belt back, because the whole point of him and AJ is the undisputed.
Wilder's got that, but I'm going Wilder all day.
I hope he wins anyway.
All day for that. Yeah, man.
I hope he wins. I hope he wins.
Boxing's in a good space right now.
Definitely.
Yeah,
it's definitely getting interesting, man.
NBA talk. Let's do it, man. So I'm a Boston Celtics guy.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, we are G's, bro. Listen.
Boston Celtics since when?
So Rondo. Oh wait.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Oh, wait.
That was a big team.
Oh wait, that was my team.
I'll give you that.
Hey, listen.
I'll give you that.
That was my team. Who do you follow?
I don't really follow. I just follow LeBron.
You're one of them guys.
I'm not. Like, he's the best ever, so...
Best ever?
Yeah. Listen, take away your Jordan shoes and all that stuff and...
No, I'm not even counting the shoes.
Okay, cool.
So what?
He's the best basketball player ever to play in the NBA. I can break...
What are you getting by? Stats? Are you getting by...
I'm talking about him. I'm talking about just watching. He's the best basketball player, yeah, IQ-wise, everything, to play the game.
His IQ is very high.
At his size, at his speed, at his IQ, as his passing, his defense... Yeah. For me, Jordan was a big defender as well. Don't get me too but I think for me, all round, just as a basketball player, it's like Ronaldo and Messi. I think Ronaldo's more accomplished because he's got that international trophy. So people will put him above Messi in the list. But just as a footballer, who would I take? Messi all day long.
Do you know what I think it is as well, though? I know this is what I think it is as well. Like when you said Ronaldo, I thought it's my R9, yeah.
No,
because
R9,
what it is, what it is, yeah, is like. Back then, the pace of the game, it was more physical, more contact. It was just different. So it's hard to
But
because
even
now LeBron just walks through, like guys move back. They can't. There's no contact in the game no more. And with his size and his ability, of course, it's gonna flourish. And I'm not making any excuse for it.
I get that,
but it's not physical like that.
But look at
Jordan used to get elbowed, bro.
But look at the flip side on that. No one used to shoot threes when Jordan was playing. No one used to shoot threes. The threes that are going in now. That's why LeBron, it makes him such a better player, because in nowadays you don't need to be like a LeBron to win a championship or to be good. You can be like a KD, a Steph Curry, a Klay Thompson. There was guys that can shoot threes. Yeah. So realistically, you can beat LeBron like that. Before, you couldn't beat Jordan because everything was on the inside. Everything was in the key. Everything was back to the basket, quick moves and stuff like that. That was back in those days. And back in those days as well, he was probably the most athletic player going around. But they weren't shooting threes like... Have you seen Curry?
Yeah, no.
Curry goes past the halfway line
and
he just starts shooting. So basically, we've gone down the court. We've given LeBron...
It's like 2K.
We've given LeBron the ball. He's done his back to the basket thing, done his dunk, 2 points.
Yeah.
He's run up the court, halfway line, chucked it up, 3 points. Who's doing more work? Who's expending more energy?
I get you.
I
mean, last season, I was very impressed with LeBron, because that team that he carried, they had no right to...
And his 15th season.
Yeah.
What was Jordan doing in the 15th season? I think he retired.
Listen, I've got my theory on LeBron anyway, but I ain't got no proof. But I don't see how a guy can dominate and not even look like he's slowing down. Like, something's going on there, man.
Trust me.
Listen, something's going on. You can't be that strong. Look, how old is he now?
33. He's only 33.
No, but only 33.
But the thing about it, you have to understand this.
He looks like
with Jordan, when he was in the league and that, don't forget he used to do a lot of the whole gambling, puffing cigars and all. It's not good for you, but you can't last like that. But LeBron spends about $1.52 million on his body every year to make sure his body is right. So he's come up in the era where nutrition, this, that. Jordan came up in the era of cigars, this,
and he's still dappy.
No,
I'm not even going to talk about LeBron's playoff record, his finals record.
Okay.
Let me keep quiet.
But let me go back to you with something now.
Okay.
Yeah. Has Jordan ever played a team like the San Antonio Spurs in the finals?
In the finals?
Yeah. Ginobili, Parker, Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, but LeBron lost that though.
But that's my whole point. Has he ever played competition like that in the finals?
He's cleared.
No. It's not that clear. What competition?
No.
Do you know his hardest competition? Stockton and Malone, Utah Jazz. That was probably his hardest competition in the finals.
Yeah, but to get there, he was playing guys like Charles Barkley. These guys were physical.
Charles Barkley?
No.
What are you talking about to get there?
Yeah,
obviously. You never played Charles Barkley to get there.
No, not to get there, because it's different.
He played Charles Barkley in the finals.
But what I'm saying is, the competition, who's the hardest team now? Like, who's the hardest?
The Golden State Warriors.
No. Who's the most physical team? Who's the team
No. But this is what I'm saying. The game ain't physical like that.
Yeah, because that's why I feel like LeBron. The three is
killing the two.
Yeah.
Like, as in back then, the two was just the two.
Yeah.
If you had the odd three, fine. But over here now, players are just coming in the league, paper thin, this, that, and the other. But they can move and shoot. Once you can move and shoot in the NBA right now, you're very valuable to your team. But who has Jordan ever faced with 4 All-Stars in their team? 4.
Yeah. Yeah, Golden State's a cheat team anyway. It's a cheat team. But so what do you see for this season? Who do you think you can't look past Golden State again?
I think Golden State will win, but I think they will play Boston in the final with Kyrie.
Oh, you think my boys are going there?
Yeah, with Kyrie and Gordon Hayward back. They're young. They're fast, athletic. I think they can keep up with Golden State, but I think Golden State's championship experience will basically
Golden State will beat us. I think an achievement will just go into the finals. Shout out Dex. If you guys have been listening, episode I think 2 it was. Dex was on the show. We had a £50 bet. He feels that Philadelphia are gonna go to the Eastern Conference, and I'm going Boston Celtics.
Who said Philadelphia?
Yeah, he said
Philadelphia. I think that's a good shout, but don't sleep.
My man can't even shoot a free.
Yeah, don't sleep on Toronto though. Don't sleep on Toronto. Trust me. Kawhi Leonard is no joke, and with Kyle Lowry there as well. Kawhi Leonard is an upgrade to DeMar DeRozan.
Oh, he's an upgrade.
100%.
But he's been inactive.
He's been inactive, but that's because he just didn't want to play. But now he's playing a lot of these games now. So it's not like the fact that he wasn't injured or anything. He just didn't want to play, but he just told him, I'm injured. So if you're going to play me, then play me. But I just say I'm injured. That's it. Done. But don't sleep on the Raptors. Me personally, I think the like you said, the Sixers and the Celtics are the favourites.
Okay.
In that conference.
Anyone else but then the Raptors? Okay.
Washington, they should be, but Washington, John Wall and Bradley Beal.
I like John Wall, man, but he's too consistent. Like, after a while, it just fades out.
They don't mesh with each other for some reason. I don't know why, but they just don't mesh with each other. Bradley Beal and I just don't get it. So Washington, they should be better than they are, but I just don't think they're gonna do nothing.
On the Western side, LeBron's obviously gone to Lakers. What do you think? Because I've been seeing the preseason games here, and there's not nothing to go by. The intensity is not there, but their team they've got a good blend here of mature players that have done it, seasoned players. Like even JaVale McGee, Rondo, LeBron, guys that have done it. Then they got the young up and comers, Kyle Kuzma. There's a good blend there. Then they got Lance Stevenson. What do you think they can do?
Like I said, I'm a big LeBron fan.
Yeah, he makes everyone around him better as well.
I think he's the best ever, but I think we need to just kind of pump the brakes on the Lakers this season. Let them get to the playoffs, and that's an achievement for them. All that championship talk. If he wins the championship with this team, this season.
Don't say this team is good.
No. With this team, this season, this inexperience against the Golden State Warriors.
Okay.
He is the greatest ever, and no Jordan fan can tell me anything at all. With this team here.
No, I'll actually agree with that.
Like to me,
because Golden State right now this is the best team. This is the best team we've seen.
This is the best team.
This is better than ever. Is it better than Bulls? 90. What's that?
Yes, and the reason why is because the Golden State can stretch the floor.
Yeah.
The Bulls can't stretch. Who was their 3-point shooter? Kerr. From time to time, that was it. But Golden State actually stretched the floor. The problem is that people will say, "Who's going to check Jordan?" With that killer mentality that he's got, who's going to check him? But
killer mentality.
Yeah.
Even the convo that we had about.
But who is going to defend against KD? You can't stop KD.
Yeah.
He's 7 feet, has got skills, and can shoot.
Can pull up and.
Who's going to block him?
You know when you're saying Jordan MJ, I still even like Kobe.
No, Kobe's just a clone of MJ. I'm not interested in Kobe.
How can you not be interested?
I think Kobe to me is the Cristiano of thing. I think people.
And you don't rate Cristiano?
No, I rate him, but a lot of people try and force him into.
He's not forced for nothing. There's no force there.
Listen, like I
said, that guy's got MJ's mentality.
Kobe and MJ ain't won no title without Phil Jackson. That's all I have to say. They've won no title without Phil Jackson. Kobe won his 5 with Phil Jackson. When Phil Jackson left, when they had the 3P, in the 2000s, he left. What did Kobe do? Nothing for all those years. As soon as Phil Jackson came back, Kobe's won 2 back-to-back titles. Jordan, he done the 3 years.
So unlike football, you're putting on the managers. You're saying the managers.
No, but basketball is a big thing. Basketball is a big thing. It's a big. Otherwise, Kobe would have probably won 4 or 5 in a row then. It's a bit. Even Shaq said it before I came to LA. Well, when I was in LA, obviously we're close. But when Phil came in, he was that added bit of that we needed, basically, and whatnot. That's why they done the 3-peat. Jordan won 6 with Phil Jackson. Kobe won 5 with Phil Jackson. That's my whole point. So when I talk about LeBron as well, who did he win with? Eric Spoelstra. Do you get what I'm saying? Who's the other guy from last season?
The black guy.
Yeah. What's his name? Tyronn Lue.
Tyronn Lue, yeah.
The one that Iverson stepped over when he had that famous shot.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, with the K rolls. That's who LeBron's.
Yeah, LeBron did well. And that's why I feel don't sleep on Lakers. I know it might be early,
I'm not sleeping on them, but
he will make everyone around him, and he's got the IQ, and Rondo has got the IQ as well.
But you know what it is? They're good players, and what people have to remember as well in the Western Conference is no joke. You still got OKC.
Houston.
You still got. I'm not really.
You don't rate Harden.
You can't lose. You can't lose Reza and Barmute and bring Carmelo. That's not good for me. That's not good. You're scoring.
Where's the Reza gone?
Huh?
Where's the Reza gone?
Reza gone to the Phoenix Suns. They didn't pay him.
What? Do you know how the NBA draft thing works?
Yeah, I know how it works.
So explain it to me, please, because I don't understand
You
how
want the
people.
draft or
even we've lost. We lost. Is it Morris?
Markieff Morris.
Yeah,
it's all to do with salary caps. So they have a salary cap that they have to keep under, basically. So they look at their players. Who can we keep under? Obviously, some players get the big, take up a lot of the salary cap.
That's why Celtics might have an issue with Kyrie, you know.
Yeah, they might take a lot of the salary cap. Some of them might take a little bit, but you've got to fit it into the salary cap.
Because with Celtics, you got Channing Tatum coming. Channing Tatum. You got Tatum coming, yeah.
Yeah.
And these guys are on small money, you know.
Yeah, of course. No, but they will be on small money for the next probably about 4 years.
4 years
because they're still on their rookie contracts. That's what I'm saying. When you come into your league, you're in a rookie contract for about 5 years.
Do you like the salary cap idea?
No, because
if for football. Because then these Man City teams like PSG.
I'll tell you why I don't like it. And a lot of American owners are trying to put it in football. That's why.
In MLS or
no, in football, European football. They're trying to look. All the American owners, they've all come out and said, yeah, what you need to have a salary cap because of the Man Cities and that. Man Cities, they're owned by a country.
Literally.
But literally owned by a country, so they'll spend whatever they want to spend. But Americans, the Glazers, Stan Kroenke, they don't want to spend like that because they ain't got money like that. They just want to take all the money out, but they don't want to put no money in and stuff like that. But in terms of salary,
NBA allows that with the salary cap.
In terms of salary cap, I go deep into it.
Go on. Let's go.
Like how deep it goes for me is in America, the salary caps are held to NFL and NBA. Why?
Black players.
There you go. The majority of the players are black. So for me, that's my theory on things. But other sports like baseball, European football, they're dominated by other races. So for me, that's how I see it. I don't understand why NBA.
Even with basketball, they don't even pay their college players. They don't have salaries.
Yeah, they don't pay.
That's ridiculous.
They earn them what, billions?
They're on TV. I was in New York. I was watching college basketball, and it's lit.
And they're stars, and they're selling jerseys and that. Well, you're not getting nothing.
Nah,
I mean, the big players get underhanded payments, no problem.
Yeah, but that's even illegal. Yeah, exactly. Why should it be illegal?
That's why I think they're trying.
And the coaches get paid.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so what's going on here?
So we know what's going on.
How in 2018 has that not been rectified?
This is what I'm
college
saying.
Basketball players are not getting paid.
But guess what? The only change is only going to come when the basketball players stand up. We're not making you guys no more money until you start paying us. That's the only way it's going to change. But they're going to turn around and say, yeah, but we're giving you a free education. Yeah, but my talent is worth more than this education. Do you know what I'm saying? It's worth more than... Without my talent, as a coach, you're not getting paid. Yeah. You're not on TV.
People are not coming to watch.
The school's not selling my jerseys and stuff like that. Like,
they're selling merchandise
I can't get paid.
With their names on the back and they're not getting paid.
So you can go to the army at 18, but you can't get paid from your college.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So it's crazy. So all that stuff, that's when you really go deep into the situation, basically.
But yeah, basketball season starting soon, so we'll definitely be covering that.
So who you going for?
What, for the whole thing? Yeah. Oh, you can't look past Golden State, man.
Okay, cool.
If I was playing NBA, I wouldn't even allow my opponent to
Eastern Conference Finals.
Eastern Conference.
Yeah. Eastern Conference Finals. Who you going for?
Oh,
I'm saying, who do you think will be there?
Eastern Conference.
Eastern Conference Finals.
Boston and Philly.
Okay, cool.
It's gonna be
Western Conference Finals.
I'm gonna go Lakers. I'm gonna go Lakers.
Sort all that Lakers stuff. Man.
I'm going Lakers and Golden State.
So you're basically saying
I want LeBron to get swept again because then his finals record is even worse.
No, that's not his finals record. That's Eastern Conference.
Eastern Conference. Yeah.
So, but they're not going there. I'll be surprised.
Who do you think is going to the Western Conference? Golden State.
I think it's a toss up, man. But I think teams like Denver are gonna be about and stuff. But they ain't got no stars and stuff like that. But they're those teams.
That's how we was last season. No Kyrie, we didn't have no star.
That's where the Lakers are got to be battling against the Denvers and stuff. So everyone's talking about Golden State just because of LeBron.
No, that's what I'm saying. Look at their team. Lance Stevenson's his season. Rondo, last season, he played well.
Westbrook and Paul George.
I forgot about OKC, you know. I actually forgot about
Harden
OKC.
And Chris Paul. We're talking about some killers here.
Lonzo Ball, he
needs to wake
out
up.
of it.
He needs to wake up. That's all it is. He just needs to wake up. He's too passive. He just needs to. But he's a very good basketball.
Lakers have got a guy, Ingram. He's good.
Yeah, Ingram's good.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
You know what?
I'm a LeBron fan, and I'm saying pump the brakes. I'm saying they will get play. They need to get to the playoff. That's their first step. And then next year, when the free agents come out, KD's going to be a free agent.
LeBron was hinting that he should come.
Kawhi Leonard's going to be a free agent. Klay Thompson's going to be a free agent. Kyrie Irving's going to be a free agent. There's a lot of free agents next year.
If you were Kevin Durant, where would you what would your next step? Okay, so you were at a team that you was at OKC. You had the guy that was quote the star in Westbrook here, and then you were basically Batman and Robin kind of thing. You went up against Golden State Warriors. You lost. They convinced you to go over there. You joined the ops. You've won, so no one can now say it wasn't a good move. Yeah, you justified it by winning. What would you do next season?
I'll go to the Knicks. That's another historic franchise that you can bring back from the dead.
But is he that kind of player?
That's where you're gonna test yourself.
No, but this is what I'm trying to say.
Because
he's
already
him at the top.
But what I'm saying, he's already gone to the wave. He's already gone to that team.
He jumped on the wave.
Just jumped on the wave. So
but he added to it.
Whether he added to it, everyone knew no one was beating them.
No.
Once you get KD at 79 win team.
No. Before he went there, it wasn't guaranteed that they were gonna win. It was still, I won't say level playing field, but it was Curry, Draymond, and Clay.
Yeah.
So it was still level.
as well. That was
Iguodala, yeah. But it was still even though they were the best, he's made them undeniably the best.
But that's what I'm saying. But once you sign KD to that
it's
team,
over.
It's over anyway. So it's not like KD came and we said, oh yeah, this, that, and that. They were winning championships before KD. That's the thing.
So if he goes to the Knicks, can he do like a LeBron and say, I want him, like build a team, go to general manager?
That could be a challenge for him. And you're in a big market as well.
He that
just
kind
like
of
LA.
guy though?
But that's where you find out what type of guy he is.
Because you know
that will be a challenge for him.
See KD,
and he got Porzingis there as well.
I've always been a KD guy, but he did something last season, against Houston. I think it was game 5. I can't remember what game it was. But the ball came to him, and he actually, instead of shooting, he gave up and passed it. And I was thinking, that's if LeBron did that, we'll be getting onto him, because that's what people were saying about LeBron before.
I think LeBron's held to a higher standard though.
KD's mentality, exactly. That's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah, because what it is with LeBron, he's held up to MJ standards. Yeah, because of his number, and he was called the chosen one and stuff like that. Cool, but KD has never been held up to that standard.
If KD goes Knicks, he's forced to actually
that would be a good challenge for him, because he'll get his money. He'll be in a good market, so he gets big promotion over there. New York as well, just like LA. So. But then you will bring back the Knicks are in the grave.
You know they were saying Kyrie's might go Knicks, you know?
Yeah, because he's from New Jersey, so he might go there. But I think he wants to stay at the Boston Celtics. But I don't think the Boston Celtics will pay him.
That's my point.
With that knee injuries that he gets as well,
and the salary cap situation, we got young ballers in that team.
Yeah. So it's but let's not get it twisted. They need Kyrie.
100%.
100%. 100%.
He was the reason we could have won the Eastern Conference.
You wouldn't have won. LeBron's owned that conference for about 8 years.
Cleveland were not good last year. I'm telling you.
And what did they do when they made that?
Wait.
When they went to the Garden, what did they do?
No, listen.
What did they do when they went to the Garden? What did they do to Celtics?
Nah, we beat them as well. We beat them as well last season.
You're not beating a LeBron team.
Put Kyrie in that team, that Cleveland team would have beat them.
No, it's not. It won't work like that. You're not beating LBJ in the Eastern Conference. It don't work. He's owned it for about 8 years straight.
That's a very good record, to be fair.
Yeah, he's owned it.
Mad. Yeah,
it's been his conference. That's it.
King James.
But
yeah, guys, that's another episode of Team Talk. So, we've got the football show coming out weekly. Catch that on YouTube. This will be dropping with you guys early this week. Coach, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Until next time, guys.
Nice one.